Hey, what's going on, guys? So you got orders for drill sergeant school and you need to prepare. Here's your boy here to help you out. It's your boy Staff Sergeant D here with another episode of Getting to Greatness, and I'm gonna help you reach your goal of graduating drill sergeant school successfully. Stay tuned. So most of you know that I was a drill sergeant in the Army. If you're new to my channel, then now you know. I was a drill sergeant in the Army. I went to drill sergeant school in September of 2012, and I graduated December 2012. Drill sergeant school for me, I feel like it was a pretty good experience. I enjoyed my time there. I really liked the area of Columbia. I could see myself actually moving back there or retiring there when I get done with the Army. But so I tried to make the most of my time in that area. So if I had to give anybody 3 tips, the first thing I would tell you is to learn your modules. So a lot of people don't, whenever you go to drill sergeant school, you're gonna have to, we call it pitch modules, methods of instruction. So the top 3 are gonna be very important. And you also wanna know the drill sergeant's creed. The drill sergeant creed is important as well. You're gonna say it every day. You can learn it. But if you learn the first 3, you know, hand salute, position of attention, and rest positions at the halt. I went to drill sergeant school, and well, back then it was called the drill sergeant school. Back in 2012, September 2012, and then I graduated shortly thereafter, December 2012. I was at Fort Leonard Wood as a drill sergeant because I'm a military police officer, and we do what's called OSIT, one station unit training, where we do basic training and AIT back to back, or like in one thing. A lot of combat arms, like infantry, combat support, you know, engineers, we all do what's called OSIT. So we keep we train our own, basically. We had other drill sergeants, there were other MOSs as well, but what it boiled down to is that we actually trained our regiment, basically. We gave back to, we put our imprint on the regiment. So a lot of my soldiers that I had after I came out the trail, ended my drill sergeant time, as we call it, coming out the trail. Once I ended my drill sergeant time and I got to Fort Campbell, a lot of my soldiers that I had there, you know, knew me before, or saw me at least, because, you know, being a drill sergeant there and doing those times, I was in that environment for almost 3 years, or over 3 years. And then after that, I became an instructor at the MP school teaching 9 mil. All right, so to the tips. First thing I would tell you is that if you're trying to prepare for drill sergeant school, get into those modules. When I first got to drill sergeant school, I didn't know any modules. My roommate, he had all known. He had known the first 3 already, so it kind of made me nervous. And so, like, I literally had to cram and study within 2 days and learn those first 3 modules. The hand salute, position of attention, and the rest position at the halt. I had to learn those modules pretty fast because, like I said, he knew them already, and it kind of made me nervous. But it ended up helping me out because I ended up getting tickets to a football game because I learned them when I knew them. But it also helped me be more prepared for, you know, what was going to do and what was going to happen there. Also, learn the drill sergeant creed. That's very important. Memorization is a big part of drill sergeant school. I like to tell people all the time, if you're pretty good at physical fitness and you can memorize some things, you can pass the drill sergeant academy. I mean, that kind of simplifies it a lot, but what it boils down to is that that's the gist of it. As long as you're physically fit and you can memorize some things, then you can pass drill sergeant school. All right, tip number 2. I would tell you to have an open mind. So you're already probably thinking, you know, being in that environment, you know, professional development for the Army. Being in drill sergeant school, it is professional development. Obviously, it's a identifier where you're learning how to be a drill sergeant, but at the same time, it's professional development because it's teaching you to be a better non-commissioned officer. In that aspect, though, you're gonna have to humble yourselves. One of the things I wasn't prepared for was, I wouldn't say really going back to basic training, but, you know, standing in line, standing at parade rest, you know, all of the things that we forget as non-commissioned officers. We don't do all the time, obviously, because you're a leader in your own formation. When you get to drill sergeant school, I don't care what rank you are. You can be a sergeant first class or an E5 sergeant, and you're going to still have to give respect to your drill sergeant leaders and give them the respect that you would want your trainees to give to you as a drill sergeant. So you're going to have to be open-minded, humble yourselves, and make sure that you're prepared mentally in order to do that. I mean, I remember standing outside the chow hall, and, you know, the first sergeant or the drill sergeant leaders would walk by and they'd be like, drill sergeant creed, go. And you literally had to stand there like you would as a trainee, because you are a trainee, and pitch that module, or, you know, recite the drill sergeant creed back to back. You know, those things I think are important because it also puts you in the right mind frame, because whenever you're out there and you're on the trail and you're doing, you know, the things that you're doing to your trainees, you're going to remember how that put you. It's going to be fresh in your mind, not just from when you went to basic training however many years ago, but while you were in drill sergeant school, or the drill sergeant academy is what they call it now. you will be put back into that position to where you know how it feels to be in that, so you're more apt to make sure that you're utilizing those tools properly when you're actually drill sergeant yourself. All right, so tip number three. I think the most important tip is be physically fit. So when you go to drill sergeant school, you're gonna take a PT test and do height weight, like literally on day 1 and 2. Like when I went to drill sergeant school, it was like the very next day we had height and weight, and then we took a PT test the day after that. So day 0 or whatever it was, the pickup initial day, we took a height and weight and had to pass, obviously, and then the next day we took a APFT, full Army APFT, and in order to graduate drill sergeant school, when I went through, you had to have at least 70 points in each event on each of the standards for push-ups, sit-ups, in the 2-mile run. And we didn't have any alternate events for drill sergeant school. You had to do the actual full standard APFT. So 70 points in each event, and be able to do that. And if you wanted to be considered for honors, you had to have like 80 points in each event. So it's very important that you're physically fit. If you're not already doing it, go out and run now, not just what you're doing with your soldiers. A lot of times, you know, people get lazy in their formations and they're not doing the right thing as far as physical fitness, but knock out push-ups, knock out sit-ups on a regular basis, and just basically train yourself and prepare yourself for that. I actually was worse. I did overkill a little bit, and I lost a lot of weight because I was in protective services. I was doing protection before I went to drill sergeant, land back in Fort Leonard Wood. So I was kind of out of shape, so I had to get myself properly prepared in order to go to school, and I was overkill. Like I was running all the time and doing all this. So actually, when I got to drill sergeant school, the physical fitness aspect was a lot easier for me. What it boils down to is that I kind of overkilled, but it was important for me because it was less stress for me. One less thing I had to worry about was being physically fit. So if you're on your road to drill sergeant school, anything you want to do, like hit me, leave me some comments down below, ask me some more questions, things like that, and I'll try to reach back out and hit you up and let you know answers to your questions. But it's very important. I wish all of you great success in the Drill Sergeant Academy. Make sure that your imprint on the regiment or on the Army is going to be lasting, and one that you will want to emulate and follow. Don't be out there doing the wrong things. Make sure you're doing the right things every day. Be the example. You remember your drill sergeants, so your trainees are going to remember you. That's the most important thing. So make sure you're doing the right thing at all times. All right, guys. Every day do something to make yourself better. If you can help others in the process, do that as well, guys. Till next time, get to greatness. Peace.